and welcome to another video. It's Christmas Eve today, very exciting. Me and my sister watched the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special today. That's our little Christmas tradition, love it so much, never stops being funny. Had dinner downstairs, my parents have gone to their friends for some drinks. So it was just me, my sister and my gran, and we had macaroni and cheese and watched Dad's Army. Which was really nice. And now I'm going to go to bed. Merry Christmas! I know by the time you watch this, Christmas will have been over for a while. But hey, Christmas is happening for me right now. If you're ill at Christmas, it can be really hard because your extended family might not understand. You may feel pressured to do more than you are able to. I know I find it hard because I have to rest up in my room by myself more than I'm downstairs with my family. So yeah, if that's you, I hope you had as good a Christmas as it's possible to have. I'm about to take more medication. It never stops. And then my other grandparents are getting here about 11:30. We're going to have presents, and then I think I'm going to have a rest, and then we're going to have lunch. I'm hoping I can make it downstairs for lunch. I really don't want to have Christmas lunch upstairs by myself. And then probably watch a bit of telly. Christmas Bake Off, Doctor Who, Strictly Come Dancing, and Call Midwife. All one after the other, and I'm very much looking forward to them all. Well, I've had a really lovely day. I made it through all of present giving and the starter and the main course of Christmas dinner. Couldn't make it through the pudding, I had to go back to bed. But I'm pretty pleased with myself for managing all that. So nice to see all of my grandparents, and I got some really lovely things. And yeah, I'm feeling very happy and content. Of course I've overdone it and I'll pay for it tomorrow, but I've got all my lovely presents to help me through those troubled days that are ahead. I know a lot of people treat themselves at Christmas, and there was some very tempting cheesecake that I thought about having. But for me, the thing that I really wanted was a satsuma. And I know that's going to make no sense to the majority of people who are going to watch this, so I'm going to explain. I can't eat sugar on this diet I'm on, and that includes high quantities of natural sugar, which includes most fruit. I grew up with a serious allergy, a nut allergy, and so I never had chocolate really when I was younger. It didn't bother me because I'd never known anything different. If you go into a supermarket now and try and find a chocolate bar that doesn't say may contain traces of nuts on, you will have a very, very tough time. Admittedly, you can these days find chocolate that does, but this was the 90s and allergies were a lot less common than they are now, and it was a lot harder. So I ate, I think, more fruit than anybody I've ever met, ever. So the hardest thing for me to give up when I started this new diet was fruit, and I miss it so much, and especially like oranges and satsumas and stuff like that. I used to eat up to 6 satsumas a day, so I've really missed them, and so my Christmas treat is a satsuma, and I'm going to eat it now whilst I watch the Christmas episode of Call the Midwife, and I'm going to love it. So I hope everyone's had a really lovely Christmas day. As I said in the clip earlier, it will be long gone by the time everyone watches this, but I'm thinking about you nonetheless. I'm going to have a very early night and hope I don't feel too bad tomorrow. I stayed in bed for most of today. I did manage to have lunch downstairs though, which is really unusual for me. I usually have it in my room, not just because I need to, but usually at lunchtime there's no one here but me. But it's nice to have people here and, for the majority of the day, and to have the energy to eat meals with them. I did just want to talk about something quickly. I know a lot of people who document their chronic illness on social media come in for a lot of criticism whenever they seem to be doing something kind of fun or normal, like going out for a meal or going out for a drink, and people seem to assume because they're doing that one thing, they're obviously completely better and leading a normal life. Obviously that's not the case, but I had never really experienced that before. But the other day I got a message from someone who I hadn't heard from in years saying that it was really good to see me doing so well. And there was more to the message, but that's the important bit. And I was dumbfounded. I was completely dumbfounded by that because I'm not doing well. I mean, I'm in treatment and I think I have seen small improvements, but in no way, shape, or form would I class that as doing well. I'm still severely ill. And then I started to worry that in these videos and on Instagram and on Facebook, I'm putting across that I am doing well and that I'm recovering really quickly. If that was the case, then it would be a serious, dishonest representation of what recovery from chronic Lyme is like. And I don't want to do that. It would be dishonest not just to fellow sufferers, but to myself, because I'm doing these videos to show myself what I'm capable of and to look back on, and I don't want to do that in a dishonest way. But then I was kind of looking back on some of my old videos and I realised, no, I'm not portraying that I'm doing really well. I'm just not. So I have no idea where that person got that from. Maybe it was just them being nice and a nice way to open the message. I don't know. Now I'm going to go to bed and hopefully I'll sleep well. I definitely think taking the melatonin is helping. I'm still waking up quite a bit and it still takes me a while to get to sleep, but I just feel like it is doing something, if that makes any sense. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Again, most of the day has been spent in bed. Obviously, I need to spend all this time in bed because I don't have the energy to be up and to kind of be doing stuff. But honestly, the novelty of being able to stay in bed when I need to has not worn off yet. After that month away and having to get up every day, even though I felt like death, now not having to do anything is still so nice. And like I said, the novelty hasn't worn off, so I'm still enjoying it. I've had quite a high pain day today and my headache is back. And I say my headache, it's the kind of headache that I had pretty much continually before I started treatment and at the start of treatment. But it had got much better when I started taking antibiotics and all my other medication. And I obviously haven't been on antibiotics for nearly 2 weeks now because my liver is not a happy bunny. So I think maybe that's why just my pain levels are starting to creep back up again. I can't go back on antibiotics until I've had my blood tested, and I can't have my blood tested until I get an appointment with my GP, and obviously I haven't been able to do that because it's been Christmas. But I'm going to get my mum to ring up for me because you have to ring up really early in the morning and I'm not functional at that time. And hopefully I'll get an appointment sort of the first few days of the new year. Hopefully, anyway. There's a serious shortage of GPs in my area, so you often have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for an appointment, but hopefully that won't be the case this time. For the first time in I don't know how long, I'm up early enough to see the sunrise. So today has been successful in one respect, because I got an appointment with my GP on the 10th of January, so that's only a week and a half away, which is much better than my usual waiting time, so that's good. I am happy about that, but it's kind of tinged with a kind of weariness because the battles of treatment and endless appointments is starting again after being on pause for Christmas, and that's just kind of a bit sad. My parents go back to work, my sister goes back to uni, and I go back to this. But hey, this is how it is, I'm okay with it. I haven't been feeling very good today. I don't know if I've said this out loud. I probably haven't. Because as you might have gathered from watching these videos, I don't like to say that I'm doing well because I feel like I'm tempting fate. But since I got back from Breakspear, although it was kind of a couple of days of recovery, after that I actually felt pretty good. Even after Christmas, when I sort of pushed myself on Christmas Day, I felt bad on Boxing Day, but then the day after that, didn't feel too bad. Not drastically different to what I am usually, but I felt like I had a bit more energy. I was able to do a bit more. It was really nice. And so now I'm just kind of scared that that's gonna stop. Got a really bad headache now. Gonna have dinner in bed and then go to sleep as soon as possible, I think. So it's New Year's Eve, and actually it's only a few hours away from midnight. But I know I'm not going to see midnight in any shape or form. I can't remember the last time I was awake at midnight, let alone on New Year's Eve. My plans consist of the usual, going to bed, reading a little bit of my book, going to sleep, and waking up to just another day, really. However, I did just want to kind of reflect on 2016. To me, 2016 has been the most promising year since I got ill. It was the year I finally found a diagnosis. It was a year that gave me some sort of treatment plan. It was the year where I had the confidence to start vlogging, and that's something that's given me a lot of enjoyment and more confidence in myself, I think. And it was a year that I met so many amazing people through social media, through my blog, and I really connected with them on a much deeper level than I had in previous years. I'm not very good at making friends. I've always been very shy, and even through the internet, I still find it hard to make friends. I'm looking forward to 2017 in a way that I haven't looked forward to a year in quite a while, because in the previous years that I've been ill, I haven't really had any hope of it getting any better. But now, I really do have a hope that next year is going to be better. So I really, really hope that that comes true. So far, 2017 feels much the same as 2016. I'm not really one for a new year, new me. In fact, I really don't like that. I think maybe that's just because that sort of avenue isn't open to me, because I have a chronic illness, obviously. So a new year does not mean a new me. My pain hasn't been that bad, which is good. I've just been so tired. It's a sort of sluggish tired where my head and my bones and all my limbs feel so heavy that I can't really do anything. So I've sort of just been scrolling through YouTube and watching random bits on my laptop. Actually, one thing I did watch that was really good was Dawn French's live show, 30 Million Minutes. It was really, really good. I highly recommend it if anyone can watch it. It might still be on iPlayer by the time this video goes up, actually. So I really do recommend it. So it's been quite a busy one today, really. I had a shower, and then I also played some video games with my sister. This is something we used to do a lot together, and obviously now I'm ill, I can't really do it. But I really made an effort today because it was her last day here before she goes back to uni. I have a friend coming over tomorrow, which will be really nice. I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully I don't pay too much for my busy day, and I'll be able to enjoy it. But now I'm going to go to bed and try and have a good night's sleep. I didn't sleep well at all last night. Today has been okay. I wasn't feeling that bad this morning, and I did get to see my friend today, which was really nice. But as the day's gone on, I've developed a really bad headache, and now it's pretty killer. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Today marks the end of another 2 weeks, the end of another video. I think it's been a pretty busy one, because obviously it's been Christmas and New Year and all that stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.